Congress is disastrously broken. There is no other way to put it, no matter which side of the aisle you are on, no matter what part of the ideological spectrum you sit. It is disastrously broken. There are a lot of examples I could give, but the 33 trillion examples is probably the best one. It is just an abject failure and has been for my entire life. I'm 51 years old. I am hard-pressed to think of many things that this body has done over those 51 years that are particularly all that productive for the grand scheme of advancing this republic's interest. It's just broken. And I don't know anybody in America across the country, for the most part, who doesn't feel that way. We poll consistently below 20%. Term limits poll consistently above 80%. There's a reason for that. Now, sure, do I think in the abstract and the theory that the best term limit is the voting booth? Yeah, sure. But the problem here is we all get it between gerrymandering for political purposes, gerrymandering and line drawing because of the Voting Rights Act or whatever it is. There are lines that are drawn all over our country that perpetuate parties and members of Congress that consistently stay there. And this idea that expertise is somehow the reason to say, oh, we should just keep staying here in perpetuity, I think is insane. And with all due respect to the point being made about, well, you can just choose to leave Congress, yeah, but that's not the problem. The average age and the average length of time that people serve in Congress is 8.9 years. That's not the problem. The problem isn't that rank and file members don't come and go. The problem is that a handful of octogenarians sit around here and screw this place up repeatedly, indefinitely. They continue to run this place right into the ground. That's the truth. And we just reward it. So I'm going to support this. It's probably not going to pass for whether it gets out of committee and the number of votes that it takes to amend the Constitution of the United States. But I tell you what, one thing we could propose, we don't have to have a constitutional amendment to say that, okay, after 12 years of service, if you love being a representative and bringing your grand expertise to this grand august body so much, how about you do it for no pay? And how about you do it for no grand position as a chairman or a leader? You just want to come here and share your expertise, great. But why don't we just adopt rules? Doesn't require a constitutional amendment that says if you come here for a 7th term, you will receive no pay, you will not serve as a chairman, and you will not serve in leadership. Great, come here and share all your infinite wisdom. But I think this place needs new blood. I think it does need turnover. And again, there are great members of Congress who have served here terms well past 12 years or well past 6 years. And there are many terrible first-term members of Congress. And I'm sure many think I'm a terrible third-term member of Congress. That's fine. All I'm saying is this place has got to change. And that's what the American people are demanding. And I don't know, if 82% of the American people think, you know what, maybe we ought to limit how long people can sit here and continue to do damage to the United States of America, perhaps we should listen to them in a representative democracy. And I think that's part of the big problem. We never really listen to the people in this representative democracy. And yes, a republic requires us to make good decisions and figure out how to do it. But in the end, we should try to represent the overall views of the American people. I am pretty confident that a majority of constituents in every state in the union support some form of term limits. And the reason I'm going to agree to the 12-year amendment is because I think it has the best chance of success, a better chance of success, if you will, than 3 terms. And I realize there are some groups out there who might, criticize that, believing that the purity of 3 terms is the best. Well, so be it. This is, in fact, the legislative process at work. I yield back.